In this video we'll look at how to rig a creature, in this case something like a dinosaur. To begin with, if there are any modifiers on your object, and we can check by going to the blue spanner, we need to apply them. So just press apply on each of the modifiers. If you don't do this, the skeleton won't deform the mesh correctly. So it's important to do this before we put the armature in. To help me put the armature in the right place, I'm going to change my view so that I can see it from the side. So I press this X up here on the top right. It might be that you have to press Y, but either way, get this side view. And then I'm going to press this button here to change it from perspective to orthographic. So you can see in orthographic mode, the grid here is very straight, and we can also see our object very straight on. So this is a really useful viewpoint for putting in the armature. Next, I'm going to place my 3D cursor where the bottom of the spine should be. So in this case, around here. So I'll choose the cursor option from the menu here, and just click to place that, and then switch back to my select tool. To add the armature, we choose Add Armature. As you can see, this has placed the bone in a very upright position. So the first thing we're going to need to do is move this around a little bit so it goes in the right direction. To edit the armature, we go into edit mode by choosing it from the list here or pressing tab on the keyboard. You can see that we can select different parts of the bone. The bit we want is this top bit here at the thin end. As I move it, you can see that it's not just moving in the Z and Y axis as I want it to, but it's also moving in the X. So if I just quickly have a little look here and go into wireframe mode, you can see that it is, moving it in all sorts of directions here and there. To stop this, I'll just pop back into my side view, and I'll just press Command and Z to get it back where it was. This time I'm going to press G, and then I'm going to hold down the Shift key and press the X as well, and then let go of both of them. That will constrain the movement of this bone on the X and Y axis, so we know that it's going to be in the right direction. So I'm going to place it about there. We aim for the middle of the mesh. We don't want to put it too close to either side. To make a new bone, we'll press E, and that will extrude or add another bone in this case, and we can move that into its new position. And I'm going to carry on pressing E. I'm just placing the bones where I imagine either a limb will come out or where the mesh might bend. So if I want the neck to bend, I'll need a few bones in that. So E, and for the head I will do one extrusion, so E up to about here, and one final one like that, and that will help me control the head. We don't want the head to be too flexible because obviously a skull isn't that bendy, but we do want to be able to turn and nod the head. We want some tail bones to come out in this direction, so we select the very beginning of the bone chain, and again just press E, and I'll bring it down to here. I'm just going along. We might want the tail to be quite flexible, so we might need a few bones in here. Again, just trying to keep them in the middle of the mesh. And one last one, just out through the end. It's a good idea just to put these little bits poking slightly through the mesh because they'll make it a little easier to control. We're going to do one set of legs from this point of view, coming down here. And then we're going to change our view, and we'll have to move some of these bones a little and then create the other pair of legs. The legs are going to come out here, so I will select this joint here. There we are. Just make sure you've got just that selected. E, and I'm going to come down to where the leg comes out, and then down to the knee, and then down to the foot here, like that. And the same at the back. I'm going to choose this joint here and press E, down to where the leg comes out, down to where I think the knee is, and then down just through the bottom of the foot there. So from one side this looks great. However, if we change our view, we can see that it doesn't sit correctly within the mesh in this direction, and of course we've only got one set of legs. So we need to move some of these bones into the right location. First, go into object mode and move the whole lot by pressing G and X, or whichever direction you need to choose. I'm going to place that right in the middle like that. Then we need to move some of these over into the legs. In edit mode, I'm going to choose this bone here and this bone here and press G and X to move them out to where the legs are. I'll do the same with the back legs. This bone here, holding shift to click this bone here, and then G and X and move them into position. So hopefully now, if we just take a quick look in our 3D view, we can see that those bones sit nicely within the mesh. I might just move these slightly more. So G and X to get them a bit more central. Now for these other legs, we can press the viewport gizmo up here and we're looking for the creature to be facing in the other direction from that which we started. So I'll press this red one here to get that view and then put it into orthographic mode. And all I'm going to do is click that same starting point for each leg and press E and just try and follow the existing bones so that everything's pretty even. Like that. And then this front leg, just click a couple of times if it doesn't quite select what you want. I'll press E and just come down a bit like this. E, down to the knee, E, finally down through the foot, and just turn it a little bit to make sure that I haven't got any wayward bones or anything like that. I'll go into the front view again, select this bone, holding shift down and selecting this bone here. Good. Oops. And then pressing G and X to move them over into the right sort of place. Same with the back legs, holding shift, select them both, G and X, and move them along like that. In 3D view or perspective view, I'll now just have a little look around and make sure I'm happy with the placement of these bones, that they're all sat nicely within the mesh and none of them look weird or out of shape. If you don't get your bones right the first time, just have a couple of goes until you get the hang of it. But once you're happy with your armature, we're going to go now into object mode. I'm also going to just change the viewport shading to look dev. Now it's nice to be able to see the materials on our object, but we'd also like to see the bones. This will make it much easier for us to work with them or animate them in future. So with the armature selected, you can tell that I've got it selected because it's highlighted in orange. You can select yours more easily perhaps in wireframe mode and then switch to look dev. And to show these bones through the mesh, we come over here to the little running man icon, which is the armature properties, and in the viewport display we can choose in front and give that a tick, and that shows the bones now. The next stage is to parent the mesh to the bones. This will mean that when we move the bones, it moves the mesh. To do that, first we select the creature, then we select our armature, and we then press Ctrl and P. Here we get a little list, and what we want is set parent to armature deform with automatic weights. After a moment, nothing much appears to have changed. We can test our armature by going to pose mode, selecting a bone, and then pressing R to rotate it. So you can see that's doing okay up there. It's a good idea to just rotate bones in the axis that they're supposed to move in. We don't want a knee that bends backwards or anything like that. So if I want the head to nod, I would press R then X, and that would do something like that. And if I want the leg to move, I could press R and X. And you can go around your model just testing out the bones, giving them all a little rotation. Try not to move it too much from your original view, so it's a good idea once you've tried a couple of bones out just to press Command and Z and put them back where they started. You'll see that if I select a lower bone, it will affect all of the bones that come after that, but none of the bones that come before it. So if I press R and X at the base of the neck, you can see it has that effect. If I do the same with the tail, we can do that, or maybe perhaps select this one. If I press R and Z, I can make the tail swish from side to side. So have a little go with all of the bones and check that they deform the mesh in the way that you want. If they don't, it may be that some parts of your mesh are too close together. For example, if you have the legs too close together, some of the bones here might affect some of the mesh here. But hopefully, if you've got the bones running through the mesh and you have remembered to apply any modifiers, as I said at the beginning, then it should work reasonably well. In another video, I will look at how we animate this, get your armature set up, and we will have a go at making our creature move later on.